Each year, the Commencement Advisory Committee is charged with conducting a campus-wide search to select a graduating student to deliver a message on behalf of the entire graduating class. Nutrition science major Bethany Lewis wants to change the world. And she's not waiting till she gets her degree to start. During her time at NC State, Bethany has served as a photographer with the University Recreation Department, a member of Alpha Phi Omega service fraternity, and a small group leader with Cru Campus Ministry. Bethany was also a recipient of the prestigious Gilman International Scholarship, which allowed her to study abroad at the University of Richmond in London. I know. Bethany's service extends beyond the Wolfpack community. She's worked with several charity and nonprofit organizations in Raleigh and even went to New York to help with relief operations after Hurricane Sandy. She also personally coordinated fundraising efforts to directly provide a Kenyan school with 3 months of meals for its 325 students. Bethany's commitment to service and to serving her local and global community is apparent in her post-graduation plans to study to become a physician's assistant before joining the Navy. In her spare time, Bethany is an unwavering supporter of NC State athletics and enjoys playing outdoor sports and traveling. She is the daughter of Diane Lewis and the late Al Honeycutt and lives in Marion, North Carolina with her grandmother Brenda Lewis and her sister Stephanie Lewis. I understand there's been a caravan from Marion arriving here today. So please welcome our student speaker, Bethany Lewis.
Thank you, Chancellor Woodson. He actually gave me the go-ahead. So first, let me take a selfie. Got it. Follow me on Facebook. We'll get that later. Well, I'm honored to stand here today representing such an incredible class. We've all made great sacrifices to cross the stage today, but we would not have made it without our family, friends, and the faculty and staff of NC State. So before I begin, let's give them a round of applause. Before I begin, I just want to say, Mom, Grandma, you guys mean the absolute world to me. And I love you more than you'll ever imagine, and it's because of you that I'm standing here today. Now, graduates, we all have an inspirational story for how we came to run with the pack. But before we envision our futures, I think it's important for all of us to reflect back on the dreams which led us here. For me, my story began as a small-town girl who was raised within a low-income family in an old, rotted trailer. Growing up, I watched my family suffer, both physically and financially. I lost both of the men I called father, as well as the aunt who inspired my dreams. I was discontent with my circumstances, so I gave myself a choice. I could either accept the status quo, or I could change it. For me, change was defined by the dream that if I worked hard enough, I could go to college, lead my family out of poverty, and inspire my community to do the same. Along my journey, I encountered many obstacles, some to the point at which were crippling and I wanted to give up. But it was the vision of this day that sustained my motivation to keep pressing forward. Despite all odds, today I proudly stand here living those dreams as I'll become the first in my family to receive a degree. And so, I ask again, what are your dreams? Are they big enough to make a difference? Because if not, I challenge you to dream bigger. Because the world we are about to enter into holds challenges we have yet to imagine. Events such as, we would have never imagined watching the World Trade Centers become ground zero, or epidemics like Ebola devastate so many lives. Though these events are intimidating, NC State has built a foundation of courage, innovation, and purpose within each of us to go confidently and face such challenges. As we commission into the armed forces, lead teams of engineers, begin research, and teach the next generations of America, I believe that our dreams will revolutionize the world of tomorrow with the skills and passions we have attained here at NC State. Now, with our futures before us and our past behind us, today we celebrate. We've anticipated this day with every all-nighter, and I can't wait to graduate declaration. We've come to value the fact that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack, because NC State surrounded us with a supportive community that gave us the resources and the inspiration to think and do by turning our ideas into actions. Underpinning the university's commitment to us last spring, the President of the United States visited NC State to grant us $140 million, that's a lot, to lead an initiative for energy efficiency. This year, the Wolfpack has raised thousands of dollars for our community through events such as Shackathon, which has helped build houses for humanity. In addition, our Run with the Pack allowed us the opportunity to be a part of something greater than ourselves by impacting countless lives across the nations through service. NC State has also given us many unforgettable memories, as well as friends to share them with. Moments like rushing the court here in PNC after beating #1 ranked Duke, or that feeling we felt watching the Jets fly over during the national anthem and that American flag spread across Carter Finley. And not to forget, tripping on bricks every day of our college career. The struggle was so real, y'all. So, we all have our lists of greatest memories, as long as the hopes of our futures. But with all that we'll take away from this experience, I hope my remarks today have helped you realize that life is ultimately defined by the individual journeys we take, rather than the destinations we seek. To conclude, we've been taught that to whom much is given, much is expected. Well, now we're NC State alumni, and it's our time to make moves. My journey taught me that it takes those trials to value these triumphs. I learned that obstacles are an inherent part of life, and they can either inhibit your dreams or they can serve as powerful opportunities for growth and motivation. So, class of 2014, regardless of all that life will bring you, act like you were raised by a pack of wolves, survive in advance, and don't ever give up. The world is ours now, and my final advice to you is to dream bigger, live selflessly, work passionately, and go confidently and change the world. Congratulations, we've earned this. Go Pack.
Bethany, thanks for sharing your story. You know, I'm reminded through Bethany and so many others here today of the transformative power of higher education, and Bethany is a great example of that, but I know there are many here today. I'd like the graduating class of 2014 to join me in thanking a very special group, as Bethany did,